as I continue to study and contemplate my Gene Keys profile, I notice that I have started thinking about my life entirely differently than I ever have before. I genuinely think of myself as a frequency. I am resonating a frequency, emitting that frequency out into the universe. That frequency attracts the experiences that I receive, the friendships I make, the people who come in and out of my life. It's all based upon the frequency. And as my frequency shifts and changes, so do the events, experiences, and people in my life. And I have an example of this. And I find this to be incredibly empowering. And for my whole entire life, I really see now that I have been trying to find my power in all the wrong places and all the wrong spaces. No wonder it wasn't working. So the other day, I'm driving home from work. I am doing the most difficult thing I do all day. I'm backing into my one-car garage. It requires a bunch of angles and maneuvers. And as I'm doing this, after a full day of work, my phone rings and I see it's the woman from the HR department. I love her. Hi, how are you? I'm just getting home from work. What's up? And she levels an accusation at me. Somebody fabricated a story, made up an entire lie about me, and accused me of doing something that could get me fired. Holy heck. That was the last thing I was expecting. I could not understand, and I'll confess to you, I reacted. It wasn't great, but I recovered. And in hindsight, well, let me share that, of course, my reaction included blame of the other person. How dare they? How could they? I felt as if the ground beneath my feet fell out from underneath me. To me, truth, integrity is what all of life is built upon. If someone is just allowed to make up something that did not happen, and then I am held accountable to it, that terrifies me more than a lot of things. I felt very disturbed, very disrupted, rocked to my core. A lie out of the blue. This person had been behaving to my face as if she genuinely loves me, as if we are like sisters in a great relationship. If there's no control, I have no defense. It really shook me. And then I sat with it. Like, how do I change her? How do I fix her? How do I get her to stop lying? And how do I manipulate, for lack of a better term, the other people around me so that they all see the truth, which is I'm an angel. Well, the truth is I didn't do any of what she'd accused. I felt really insecure and unstable. It's kind of fun now, my experience, because my mind was very focused on the other and the others and the problem and the situation. What do I need to change? What can I change? How do I control this? How do I create some safety and stability? But something else was going on kind of behind the scenes. It's like an awareness was opening up around and underneath all of what the mind was doing. An awareness that I can only receive what I'm being. I can only receive the frequency of myself. Whatever I am resonating out into the universe is what's coming to me. So who's the liar? Who's fabricating stories? Who's not telling the truth? Who's being dishonest? Who started it? If I'm being honest, it had to be me. I could not receive it otherwise. And so, with a deep breath, relaxing back into a meditative state, allowing myself to be informed from within, there it was. Almost instantly. 2 days prior, I had lied. I lied. I fudged the truth. I didn't tell the whole truth. I told part of the truth. I told enough of the truth. No, Kathy, I was dishonest. I lied to someone. It's a habit of mine. I don't know if it's a habit of yours, but I have felt very controlled in my life, and frequently I don't know what I'm up to. And when someone asks me, I can't explain it. And trying to explain it pulls me out of the magic of it, and so I lie. And you know what? That's not being in my own integrity. And this is what I noticed about it. I lied to her, and then when I was accused by my HR department, I lied to them. I didn't lie fully, but I noticed that it wasn't a pure truth. And what I observed as I'm in this quiet stillness, being informed from within so gently, honey, look at what you don't see. Look at what's in your way. I realized that I didn't trust these people, that I have a habit, that I am conditioned to defend, conditioned to defense, conditioned to fight, conditioned to say, what I'm doing is not wrong, how dare you question me? When the reality is, here is what I'm up to, here is what happened, I trust in your respect for me. I trust in your decency as another human being. Instead of creating intimacy, I created distance and separation with my lies, with my half-truths, with my disseminating of the truth, with my not being, trusting myself and them to be pure and whole and present. I called the shadow of dishonesty to me. And now I get to clean it up. Do you see how empowered I feel? If it was me, then I can affect the change within me. I don't have to change the accuser. I don't have to convince or manipulate or put on a song and dance for my HR department or for anybody else who's questioning me. All I really need to do is create intimacy with myself, with the other, with the unfolding of this life, and to trust that I am held in that safety, in that security, in that intimacy. And then, now here's the craziest part, because all of this came through me, informed me from within. And then I received the urge, the inspiration to go to the Gene Keys book and look up the shadow of dishonesty. When I did, you're not going to believe what I discovered. The shadow of dishonesty leads into the gift of intimacy. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We have all the information we need. It is already within us. My own inner guidance system, my own inner wisdom, when I tapped into it, she said, Kathy, the only mistake you made is you created separation rather than intimacy. Move closer to your people. Sending you so much love, so much appreciation on your journey. You are invited to join me. I lead a study group every other Thursday. It's called the Intimacy Circle because we are seeing into me. I lead a contemplating group that is aligned with the Pearl Retreat, and I offer moving meditations every Monday morning in the Arboretum. Please visit the show notes for details. And if you happen to have a share, a reflection, a comment, or even a question, I welcome them. You're invited to reach me however you can, Send me an email, make a post on my social media, and I will reply. Until I see you or hear you or talk to you or share with you again, take such good care.